This week.
Come to me, you demons!
Developer Dark Curry banged out a new trailer for Undead Citadel, advertising that they're looking for playtesters on other platforms. The trailer itself didn't reveal much, but it's great to see that PSVR2 logo at the end of it, just to know it's still coming. Eventually.
This is Crepito!
Last week we debuted a new game available to Wishlist on the PlayStation Store called Already Dead, an homage to 90s survival horror games. But all we had to work with on last week's episode was an outdated, unlisted trailer from about 9 months back. This new trailer looks like a big improvement and has a massive fan of both retro games and survival horror. I'm totally on board with this one. When a mysterious ancient artifact materializes in your home, it opens a portal to a tranquil, dreamlike world filled with impossible architecture and hidden secrets just waiting to be discovered. Explore 5 stunning worlds, solve 3-dimensional puzzles, and immerse yourself in rich, captivating audio and music, deepening your connection with the world. And this week, The Infinite Inside got a July 12th release date on PSVR2. Arcade Paradise VR transports you back to 1993 for an all-new immersive experience oozing with retro-fueled gaming nostalgia. Take over the family business and transform a decrepit laundromat into a thriving business. Get hands-on managing the fully gamified day-to-day tasks, then take your hard-earned money from completing those tasks to unlock your real objective, buying more arcade units. Arcade Paradise VR features 27 games from the original flat-screen release, plus 12 more fully realized cabinets designed for the VR version.
Upgrade arcade, burning up the roleplay. Yeah.
Cold VR is an exhilarating virtual reality game that puts you in control of time. Time only progresses when you stop moving, so you've got to stay on the move and outwit and outmaneuver the relentless enemy AI. The fate of the virtual worlds rests in your hands. Time is your greatest weapon. Cold VR is available to Wishlist on the PlayStation Store now.
Users reporting suspicions about their dog's secret agent activity.
Environments and endless possibilities. Explore diverse planets, gather precious resources, and use the mothership.
Become one of the hunters in Astro Hunter VR, a PvPvE extraction shooter set in space. Explore diverse planets, fight with different enemies, craft, gather resources, and upgrade your weapons. But remember, there are also other hunters on the planet. Will you become allies, fight, or betray them? It's all up to you.
Prepare for your next daring expedition, but be careful. Other hunters lurk in the shadows.
You might be asking, where's Compound? Well, it's been a long road, but the developer said this week that after a rigorous QA process with Sony, he submitted a final build and should have a release date for us soon. Quite a few of you were asking why Skyclimb wasn't included in last week's episode of PSVR This Week, as it was scheduled to launch on PSVR2 June 26th. Well, I was holding back until VR Monkey wanted to say something publicly, but the game has now been officially delayed until July 17th. Stilt is one of my favorite VR platformers, but man, it wasn't easy. The game gets shockingly hard at points, and apparently I wasn't alone on this assessment, because on July 11th, Stilt will be getting an update that includes an easy mode that has more forgiving respawns and additional platforms to facilitate getting from place to place.
Catastrophic hull failure detected.
In a new video called We Fixed Our Shit, developer Incuvo shows off all the reasons why Bulletstorm sucked at launch, and everything they've done to make it suck less, with DFR being something us PSVR2 gamers took notice of a few weeks back. And even better, there's still a ton of content coming, including a left-handed mode, upgraded weapons, new skill shots, and a horde mode.
Imagine having bats for hands.
I know. Bats for hands. Like, I didn't write the script.
What the Bat just got its first major update this week with new movie-inspired levels. Play baseball in Western movies, jump the shark, meet the stunt sheep, disarm bombs, solve crimes, throw a ring into a volcano, cook ratatouille, and find love in 18 new locations containing over 100 new physical puzzles.
On the brink of a new Cold War, two elite factions rise from the shadows.
This week, a new tactical FPS was announced called Tier 1 Direct Action. And honestly, the developers, many of whom made the highly respected VR shooter Onward, are all saying the right things. They're talking about realism and immersion, VRAF mechanics, lots of game modes, a detailed progression system, and a whole lot more. But until we see some actual gameplay, I'll keep my excitement in check. You find yourself on Street 10, a mysterious segment of Tokyo's urban streets. Your mission? Observe every detail around you. If something unusual catches your attention, be alert and change your path. Take on the role of Elise Weber, co-founder of film production studio Lights Camera Faction, as they embark on a blockbuster quest to save their best friend and creative partner by venturing through the duo's expansive film catalog. Relive all of LCF's iconic and cinematic moments as you gain superpowers and face off against a maniacal group of deprecated and deadly cartoon characters. As you wake up, stirred from a dreamless sleep with an unknown purpose, you find yourself in the strange lands of Mare, embodying a mysterious, artificial bird. Crossing paths with a helpless companion, you venture into unknown territory on puzzling adventures spanning 8 chapters to explore and discover. Are you ready to start your Kung Fu fitness journey today? Well, this week, developer Field Division is giving away 3 copies of Crazy Kung Fu on PSVR2. So, how do you enter? Just make sure you're a member of our Discord, and then leave your Discord ID and what region you're in the comments below. Winners will be notified via Discord DMs next week. Back on PSVR 1, I remember being very unimpressed with the trailer for an upcoming VR sport called SPARC. Throwing balls back and forth in the Tron-inspired futuristic corridor kind of sounded like the opposite of how I wanted to spend my time in VR. Until I played it, and then it became a serious addiction. It didn't matter what time of day or night it was, if someone asked me to play, I'd be there, and I'd be there for hours, until I was standing in a pool of my own sweat. It's an experience that has yet to be matched in VR, and while, yeah, I know CCP shuttered its VR division, they were acquired by Parole in 2018, so if there's enough interest, maybe they could revive it, or at the very least contract a port studio to do it for them. Every week, our good friend Professor Lilith organizes a multiplayer meetup over on our Discord. It happens every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and this week we'll be playing 4-player dungeon crawler, Demeo. If you can't make this week's meetup, don't worry, it happens every Sunday at the same time. So, make sure you click the link in the description below. Come join our Discord.
This week.